Hey everybody, good morning. What's going on? It's Misa, and welcome to another garden update. Today is week 11 of the garden. It's almost been 3 months next week that we've been doing this. It's kind of crazy. We've learned a lot. We're still learning a lot. I'm really happy to report that the weather is getting better this week. It's actually supposed to be about 85 average, which is good, which is way below 90, which is nice because I think we're finally going to be able to grow some cilantro and it'll grow really, really nicely because I was reading online further into cilantro and the cilantro will be able to survive even a light frost. So we can go way into December, maybe even January with the cilantro and it'll do really good. And besides, the cilantro doesn't take that long to fully grow and to be able to harvest. So we should be really, really good and be able to grow some cilantro. Hopefully, we can put some of that in the next week, maybe the next 2 weeks. If next week the weather is going to be about the same average, 80, 85, then I'll definitely grow some and we'll sow some next week as well. But for this week, I do have a shorter video today. I just have some updates for you guys regarding the tomato and that romaine lettuce that we transplanted last week. But yeah, in a second I'll flip over the camera. But everything's going good so far. The weed that we are growing is also really big now for some reason. As you guys know, we're gonna keep it there for right now. It's just like a garnish, making the whole thing look nice and green. But we will pull it out eventually when we're ready to put some of the cilantro in, some of those green onions when the weather gets a little bit better. But let me flip the camera around and we can go ahead and do the update on the tomato and the romaine lettuce. Hey guys, before we move over to the bucket so I can show you guys what the current progress is, I wanted to show you guys this. This is the seed tray that we bought, and as you can see, it is currently empty. I actually emptied it this morning. It's actually cleared out now. Everything that was in here dried out, unfortunately, and died, but that's okay. We're going to use this seed tray to do other things, start more seeds. There's a lot that I learned when I was using this. Um, Things that I would have done differently. So maybe later on, since we're about to get to our 3 month milestone doing this project, I will probably make a video about what I've learned so far, what I would do different. But that's a video for the future. But yeah, for now, the seed tray is empty. It's cleaned out, and we will use it in a future project. But yeah, let's move on to the buckets so I can show you guys what's going on over there. Alrighty, everybody. So let's start here in the middle bucket. Here is the lettuce. As you can see, it's still green, so it hasn't died or dried, which is good. It means it survived the transplant process. I think it's actually gotten bigger in the last couple of days, maybe the last 2 or 3 days, which is really good. We're just watering it lightly, right where the root meets the soil, kind of around here, not really around here. We try to keep around here as moist as we can, but we mostly concentrate on watering lightly and every couple of days on right here next to the root where the root meets the soil. But yeah, this is a romaine lettuce. This is still kind of small, but hopefully within the next week or so, it can get a little bit bigger, and we'll see how it does. Next, we have a kind of a surprise. This is actually a cherry tomato, and this cherry tomato is from this bigger set of cherry tomatoes. Look at this guy. This guy has gotten big. Let me move a little bit away from the sun so you guys can see it in the sunlight. It's gotten really big. It's almost as tall as the bucket is right here. So it's really good. Right here, you'll see, let me kind of scoot in here, that there are two plants. This is one right here, and this is two. And there used to be three. The third one actually ended up, like I said, over here because this one was kind of being pushed out naturally by the other two plants just because this one didn't fully develop as fast, and all the nutrients and the water were being eaten and drinking up by these two guys here. So these two guys are the biggest. They're about the same size. Like it seems like every other day they have a little extra, like a stem coming off of the main stem. So it's getting really big. So hopefully in the next 2 or 3 weeks it'll be way, way bigger. And yeah, as you can see, the sun has moved direction. Um, the all six buckets now get sun. As you can see, the tomato has sun, This one will get sun in a little bit, maybe like an hour, and then that one probably get sun closer to the end of the day. But as you can see, these three are pretty much almost getting sun as well, so which is really nice because the cherry tomato will need a lot of sun in order to develop some nice, fruitful, and juicy cherry tomatoes. But yeah, we got the romaine lettuce right here. The cherry tomato, my wife saved it and she took a shot and she just planted it here. And it's doing really good because if it hadn't survived the transplant process, it would have probably dried out and died out by now. But it's been in here, I think, 4 or 5 days. So I think it actually took, and it's doing really good. Hopefully, it'll catch up to these bigger guys in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, we'll have two, three actually, possibly three big cherry tomato plants, which would be really, really nice. And we have one romaine lettuce here. I'm thinking that here we're gonna put the cilantro and some green onions and maybe something else. Still not sure what we're gonna put here. And this is the weed. It's gotten a lot bigger in the last couple of days, but we'll just yank it out from the root when we're ready to do so, and we'll be good. But yeah, everything's going good so far. I think this will be the update for week 11. Here's a cherry tomato again. We got our romaine lettuce, kind of small, but it's getting there, and our cherry tomato, which will be really, really nice. But yeah, everybody, thank you so much for watching the week 11 update for the garden. I appreciate you guys watching so far. Please ask any questions or leave any comments down below. And follow me on Instagram. I try to post there as often as I can. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye.